What happens if humans could read each other's minds? Imagine a world where every thought you have, from your deepest secrets to your most random daydreams, is no longer private. Imagine walking into a meeting and instantly knowing what your boss really thinks about you. Or sitting across from a friend, hearing every unspoken opinion they have about your choices, your looks, your life. At first, it sounds like the ultimate superpower. No more lies, no more manipulation, no more doubt. Everyone would finally know the truth. But the truth can be dangerous. And in a world of mind reading, the question isn't just what happens if we can hear everything. It's, can we survive it? Welcome to What Happens If, the podcast where we dive into the strangest what-if scenarios and explore how they might reshape our lives, our societies, and our future. Today, we're asking one of the most unsettling questions of all. What if humans could read each other's minds? Let's break it down. Personally, socially, and even philosophically. Because the consequences go far beyond curiosity. At first, it would be overwhelming. The human brain produces thousands of thoughts every hour. Most are random, fleeting, or meaningless. Standing in a crowd would feel like being trapped in a room with hundreds of radios blasting at once, each tuned to a different station. Over time, maybe you'd learn to filter the noise, like focusing on a single voice in a busy cafe. But even then, you'd face a new reality: total honesty. Think about your closest relationships. Your partner, your friends, your family. Right now, love, trust, and connection are built on what we choose to share. With mind reading, there's no choice. You would know every doubt your partner has about you, every frustration your parents never voiced, every jealous thought your best friend tries to hide. Would that honesty strengthen relationships or destroy them? Some people say they want complete transparency. But complete transparency means no room for forgiveness of thoughts we never intended to say. Now zoom out. What happens to society? Politics, for one, would never be the same. Campaign promises, corruption, hidden agendas, all exposed instantly. In one sense, this could be a golden age of accountability. Leaders would be forced into true honesty. Democracy might thrive under this new clarity. But diplomacy could collapse. Imagine world leaders sitting across from each other, hearing every insult, suspicion, or plan in real time. Trust between nations might shatter, not improve. Negotiation depends on careful words, half-truths, and strategic silence. Without that, cooperation could fall apart. On a smaller scale, the workplace would also transform. Job interviews, employers would instantly know if you're nervous, lying, or secretly planning to leave in a year. Trials in court, juries could literally hear whether a defendant is guilty or innocent. Sounds great for justice, but terrifying for privacy. And speaking of privacy, how do you sell it if it no longer exists? The idea of privacy laws might disappear because privacy itself would be impossible. Entire industries would vanish, from social media filters that help us hide flaws to entire professions like therapists, whose work depends on helping us reveal what's buried inside. Here's where things get darker. The human mind is messy. We all think thoughts we don't mean. Ugly, selfish, random, Sometimes cruel ideas pass through our heads every day. Right now, those thoughts fade away unspoken. They don't define us. But in a world of mind reading, every intrusive thought is suddenly public. Would society learn to forgive these passing thoughts, understanding they don't always reflect our real intentions? Or would we live in constant judgment, where one dark thought could destroy your reputation? Think about children growing up in such a world. They'd never know the concept of keeping a secret. Their inner world would be exposed from the start. Would they become more empathetic, or would they lose their sense of individuality entirely? And what about mental health? Many people struggle with intrusive thoughts, anxiety, or trauma. If these became broadcast to everyone nearby, would society evolve into something more compassionate? Or would we see mass isolation, where people avoid each other to escape the noise of endless thoughts? Now let's go even deeper. If everyone's thoughts are public, does the self even exist anymore? Right now, your inner voice belongs only to you. It's private territory, a sanctuary where you can imagine, rehearse, or reflect without consequence. Take that away, and what's left? In some ways, universal mind reading could create something like a hive mind, a collective consciousness where individuals are less important than the group. That could lead to incredible collaboration, maybe even a new stage of human evolution. Imagine scientists, artists, and thinkers instantly sharing ideas without words. Humanity could leap forward in creativity and progress. But it could also erase individuality. If your thoughts are never truly yours, are you truly yours? Let's imagine humanity adapts. How could we handle this power? One possibility, we develop mental filters. Maybe evolution gives us a way to shield certain thoughts, the way we blink to protect our eyes. Or maybe technology steps in, mind-reading blockers, helmets, or digital firewalls that give us control over which thoughts are shared. Another possibility, society rewrites its values. Instead of punishing people for stray thoughts, we learn to focus only on actions. In a strange twist, mind reading might make us more forgiving. Because if everyone can hear everyone else's inner chaos, we might finally accept that nobody is perfect inside their head. So what happens if humans could read each other's minds? At first, it would be chaos. Relationships would fracture, politics would implode, and society might struggle to adapt. But over time, humanity might evolve new ways of connecting, a culture that balances honesty with compassion and individuality with collective understanding. In the end, the question isn't whether we can survive a world of mind reading. It's whether we should. Some secrets may be painful, but perhaps they are also necessary. Privacy, in a way, is what allows us to grow, to change, and to remain fully human. Thanks for joining me on this episode of What Happens If. Now it's your turn. If you could read minds, would you embrace it, or would you rather keep your thoughts private? Don't forget to like, subscribe, and share this podcast. And let me know in the comments, what if should we explore next?